Welcome. Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm a bit late tonight, but yeah, I hope it goes well. First of all, I wish everyone good luck for the race, and I hope it's going to be a nice evening after last night's treacherous Nordschleife zip. Let's see how it goes. I'm also a little bit kind of torn between racing and not racing. Kind of have a situation going on. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I have, who knows, maybe I can drive to the end. I hope I can. Or maybe I have to sort of stop the race at some point during the race, like, I'm not sure. Let's see how it goes. I'm kind of worried about the series as we have only 6 people that are in here, which is kind of weird. The Java disconnected. It's basically 3 teams where VSR has like 3 out of 4 drivers. Yuki and I with ART. We have Pera, nice to see him joining. And then Tranen without his teammate. Yeah, Gyava will join as well. Now we are 7. Great. It's a shame that we only have 7 drivers. It's kind of, I don't know what to say. It's really a shame that there is not many in here. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Let's see how it goes. Good luck, everyone. Let's see how it goes, man. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm sort of... I think this will be a long time trial hot lapping session for me, as I have not been able to practice a lot here on this track. Maybe a few laps in and that's it. Let's see how it goes. Hauptsache verdremmet. Hauptsache verdremmet. But yeah, I guess Remit and I, we both didn't have practice. Let's see how the race goes. Good luck, gentlemen. Yeah, I had a warp too. There was a slight disconnect. Wait, 20 laps? What is this? $30 laps, okay. Now we need Pera to join. I'll be back in a minute. Ah, damn. Pera is not coming back. Nah. This really does not look good for this championship, in my opinion. Not sure why Akram is not here, and some others, Shy Guy, some other people. But yeah, it's maybe difficult because it's a Saturday. Some might have something else to do. Like when I'm looking at the standings, we have missing Juan, Shizo, Darren, Dunn, Taxivader, Horia, Waffle, Hendrik, Shy Guy, Radi, Liven, and Pera, obviously. 20 laps again. 30 laps, okay. This is not looking good. Yeah, let's hope that some people show up here, but yeah. This is how it goes sometimes. It's sort of depending on the car, and again, we are missing so many people, like again Akram, Horia eventually maybe like completely just people have like Horia is maybe even completely leaving all the championships um, for reasons. Also, Akram maybe due to Horia leaving the championship might not appear as well, and then also we have some others that maybe won't show up just because we had the Nordschleife zip last night, which was definitely exhausting, and I don't know, it was something else. And yeah, people like Dan, Juan, Radi, I don't know, they are like, I don't know, they maybe don't want to participate at all. Good luck, gentlemen. We will need it. This is going to be a long night. I'm not going to do anything tonight. It will be a lonely race. Yeah, this is going to be a tough race. I'm not sure if I will ever catch anyone, but yeah, I will give it a bit. This is going to be a tough pill to swallow, I guess, this race, but I'm already looking forward to the next one. Let's see how that goes. The battle with Tranin actually cost a lot of time. In the beginning there. That is. I can only hope for them to make some mistakes. And that's it. But at least it's the cleanest race so far, I'd say. I think the soft tires are beginning to degrade by a lot. It's crazy that McVision has such a huge pace. He probably practiced for this race more than the endurance race. But yeah, I guess you can't practice for all of it, for all of them races. Especially that we are going to have the Mazda Cup, the MX-5 Cup at some point in the next couple of days. I'm definitely struggling in this one, but we will see how it turns out to be. I'm glad for Yuki that he's at least up there. Yava is going into the pits. Great. As well as Dramet. And McVison, I think. Now Yuki has to hopefully gain some time. Ah, damn. I touched the wall there quite a bit. But good to know that the tires are slightly starting to die. Okay, Tronin. Hard tires for VSR, okay. Go on, Yuki. You can do it. Java is strong. Oh, I think I lost him a little bit there finally. At least we had some good battles. Dremet is in front of me, okay. Oh, Dremet pitting? Okay. Oh, fuck. I hope I helped Yuki there a little bit. Brrr. I compromised my race there a little bit, but I hope I succeeded with Yuki there. Oh. I think I messed even up. I came a lap too early. Oh well. I messed up. I should have gone for one more lap there. I messed up. I might not have enough fuel there. I should have come into the pits right now. Yeah. Ah, it is what it is. Yeah, I totally fucked up the laps. Oh my god. I hope Yuki doesn't mess up. McVision is really difficult to keep back. I don't know how I succeeded for that small amount, but yeah. It messed me up so much that I even fucked up my in lap. Like I came one lap too early. Oh, McVision had a crash? You cannot turn into me, Giava. Come on, dude. Like, what the fuck is going on with you? He keeps turning into me. Like, what the fuck? As if I'm not there. Like, I'm braking like a lot. Now he's doing it properly, like. Come on, Yuki, you got this. I'm running on fumes. Not sure if this is going to work out in the end. Congrats to Yuki. Yuki boy. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hey, Tranen, how you doing, man? Let's see how it went. I am a total disaster in terms of this track. Um, haven't practiced at all. GG's to everyone that showed up. Thanks, Tranen, for organizing the stuff. Yeah, I had a few sort of battles and moments with Tigiava. Luckily, I had some battles at all, which sort of made it a little bit interesting. I'm doing well, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, of some sorts well. Um, but yeah, doing or trying to like I try to do the best I can for this race as again I haven't practiced at all this track. I have just had probably like 10 laps prior to the race. Yeah, and then I said I like 2 weeks ago I had also like maybe 10, no, yeah, 20 laps actually, but it was 2 weeks ago, so I felt totally out of practice. And yeah, I got caught up in the start, but let's go with the start. McVision on soft tires, very strong performance from McVision, strong qualifying session. Then we had Yuki, and oh, great addition to this livery. Damn, Yuki, good thing. Um, so yeah, McVision, also thank you for using the livery that I did. Looks awesome. I mean, it's weird to say it's my livery, but still looks awesome on your car. You definitely made it look fast. Igiava as well, P3, very strong qualifying. Um, and then we had Tranin and Dremet, Tranin in P4, myself in P5, and then P6 Dremet. I guess Dremet hasn't practiced at all due to some other stuff going on with him as well. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I crashed into the wall in the first few laps. I have a new controller, I'm not comfy with it yet. That's where McVision gained a 6-second lead. Oh, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I can understand, like, I was trying to switch to some other controller as well myself, but I didn't got used to it, so I stayed with the Xbox controller, which is, for me, the superior controller, or at least the Xbox shaped. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a quick look at what happened. So I totally lost out in the start, or at the start, to Dremet. I didn't want to squeeze immediately. Then I got stuck behind Tranin, and I think that's where we lost quite a good amount of time. And yeah, here there was, yeah, I tried, and this is where I think I messed up the race slightly here for Tranin. I touched the wall on the inside. I bumped into him. I couldn't do much. I let him go there a little bit, at least. I mean, that's something I couldn't do anything for it. So yeah. Then the attack on the outside. Dremet bumped into the wall there slightly, just with the left, yeah, with the left part of the car. Then here, slight bump into Igiava, but then, yeah, I think the fight here between Tranin and myself made me lose out on the cars ahead, especially me being slow on this track didn't help at all. So let's figure out when Yuki is going to have the crash. But yeah, Tranin is going to launch an overtake over here, and I tried to sort of defend against by going slower and then trying to come back doing the up and under, but didn't quite help. So let's see. Yeah, here also small touch and push from me. Didn't like it, but apparently we had a different way of entering that turn. Then Yuki getting caught there slightly by Igiava. Then we have a bigger gap towards Dremet. Igiava, I must say, I had a few good battles with him there. But for some reason he kept turning into me in this turn over here. So yeah, it was kind of weird that he didn't take the position behind me and then overtake me in the next. Yeah, here. I mean, yeah, this is definitely my fault. I should have been braking a little bit earlier, way earlier. I was actually expecting Tranin to be quicker through there, and my braking wasn't enough, so I didn't want to lock up, bumped slightly into him, made him lose a little bit of time, which is, I park it on the apex there. Yeah. Yeah, here. Yeah, here you had a slight bump, and then we lost additional time towards Dremet and the cars ahead. And then let's see, when is Yuki going to have the huge crash, or whatever he's saying. the gaps? What are the gaps? Nope. So these are the gaps, and then let's go ahead and do this. So Yuki now following closely McVisor. Again, let's speed it up a little bit. Oh, again, Tranen with a huge mistake there, lost a lot of time. Again, made it possible for me to sort of come back, try and attack there, which is also great for me, as that made some content for me. But at some point, Tranen just ran away, and I was like, okay, my fate is sealed. I am going to have a long night of hot lapping, which wouldn't be that bad, but still, being last is something I wouldn't like to be. Even though we had, like, even though I'm getting a good amount of points because of the lack of people driving in this at this track. But yeah, still doesn't want to be last, even though it's P6. So yeah, here is the big crash from Yuki. Yuki then had to yield, give the position to Igiava. Igiava then taking P2 for the time being, followed by Dremet. Yuki, that is. And I guess Yuki is going to catch Igiava at some point, as Igiava ended up being behind Dremet after whatever happened to him. So yeah, currently there is this group, then we have Tranen, and then we have myself being dead last with already 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds even behind Tranen at some point. This was like, okay, my race is done. So yeah, VSR team started with softs. Yeah, true. Ooh! Wait, what happened here? So Dremet got caught there by... Oof. So there was probably... Wait. There was some like outbraking action. So Dremet missed the braking, bumped into Igiava, tried to get away from Igiava, and then it didn't help that Yuki was there, so I would call it a racing incident, especially between the two teammates. But then with Yuki being stuck there, it's... I mean, this whole ordeal, I'd say, it goes on for Dremet. Like, yeah, I mean, Yuki could have lifted there, but either way, I'd still call it a racing incident. Yeah, but I mean, how slow do you want to go around this corner? So, I mean, I cannot blame Yuki, not because he's my teammate, but like I cannot blame him because the situation in front of him was unpredictable, and it could have gone either way. It could have been like that Igiava and Dremet end up in the wall to the right, maybe spin around or whatever, so no amount of braking would have helped. So yeah, but this was actually a time loss for Yuki against McVisson as well. So additionally to the crash that Yuki had, these guys were actually holding up him quite a lot. McVisson already with a comfortable lead of 5.3 seconds. Yeah, and then a small bump there by Yuki, nothing too dramatic as Igiava kept the position. But this is the reason why Igiava ended up being where he was, which is definitely a painful moment there for Igiava, as he also ended up being behind Tranen and in front of me, obviously. So yeah, now between the two teammates, who has the upper hand? Obviously Igiava, as he was slightly in the slipstream, but is he going to go for the overtake? But he's not. He's making himself aware in the rear view mirrors for Dremet, but actually stayed behind him, as he probably didn't want to cause any sort of trouble for his teammate going into that corner. But that actually made him vulnerable to Tranen, and probably due to the small mistakes and mishaps that happened, I guess the team and Igiava actually sort of lost a little bit of focus there, and it resulted in him being slower for a couple of laps now. Meanwhile, in the lead, McVision comfortably leading the race until at this point. Like, look at this gap, like, it's huge. Yuki is just now coming across the start-finish line, while McVision is already in turn 1, which is quite an achievement. And yeah, this group is now getting interesting as they get bunched up there a little bit. I feel like that Igiava lost a lot of speed there due to the things that happened to him. Now Dremet actually picked up some of the pace. Not sure why he ended up only, and I'm saying in quotes, I think he ended up being P4, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. I have to see something here, look up. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, it's getting interesting now because we are getting closer towards the first pit stops, which will be in the next lap. Now, I'm gonna accelerate this race a little bit here. Now with Tranen trying to go around, and this is what I have to come to this point with Iggy. I don't know, like, yes, it's his corner, but there was still a car next to him. Yeah, well, Iggy should have given a little bit more space over here, and this is the same thing he did to me a couple of times, in my opinion. Squeezed unnecessarily and sort of initiated, or not initiated, but like forcing some sort of like accident or contact, which could have been avoidable. And here also the slight push from Tranen. Tranen actually lost a lot of some time there in the process. Iggy as well towards Dremet. But nevertheless, they stayed at the same order, which is P4 and 5. Now the attack from Tranen over here into this final section of the track. By the way, beautiful track by McVision. Long Beach, very nice for this type of racing as well. And I'm not sure about these slight touches here. Yeah, here. Maybe not here, but there was a little touch over there prior to. And then Igiava, I'm not sure about. This was interesting. Yeah, okay, well, this was well defended. He needed to come in into the pits. So now the guys with the soft tires pitted first, obviously after 8 laps of racing, and the gaps between the cars might be now interesting. So I was actually catching up to Tranen there a little bit, and I hoped Yuki could now have some advantage of the free air in front of him. not worrying about any of the cars behind him. As him and I, we had the same strategy, 11-11-8. I should have come into the pits at a lap 23 or at the end of 22. Instead, I came at the end of 21, and I luckily fueled a little bit more fuel because I was skeptic about the fuel consumption. Again, as I said, I didn't prepare quite well for this race, so I think it was something around 6%, maybe less, maybe more, depending on the driving style. I think it was. I think it was definitely an interesting scenario. So yeah, Tranin now also coming into the pits after the next lap. And then we have whatever happened here to Igiava. I hear the thud. Or is it... Oh, it's Dremet. Actually, he clipped the wall there. That would have been his front right tire gone. No, front left tire actually gone. Sorry. My mistake. So if this was with some sort of like damage or visual damage, Dremet would have been a tricycle now. But yeah, a lot of us would have ended the race actually in a few couple of laps there, with a lot of debris lying around the track. So yeah, the teammates here in a sort of formation flight. Now we have McVision quite comfortably there in the lead. For him, it's important to not make any sort of mistakes, just keep focus and do his hot lapping now, as he has some free air in front of him and behind him as well. So yeah, he was actually gaining on me there. Yeah, McVision was actually gaining on me there. Like, McVision was only 15 seconds away now, so me pitting would result in McVision obviously going past me and going past me actually, but I'm not sure about Yuki though. Maybe Yuki as well, as the pits are quite long. I'm not sure actually what the time loss is. Maybe 20 seconds? Maybe more? Not sure, to be honest. But yeah, definitely a long pit lane with the opportunity to pit at some point at the end of the pit lane. So yeah, here's McVision. Then we have Dremet and Igiava battling with Tranin actually. So this will get spicy because Igiava and Tranin, I believe they will just pass me as I'm coming out of the pits, because Yuki and we are pitting right now. So yeah, here we come. Yuki first, me quite a long way behind him, so I stopped over there as well somewhere when I saw him stopping here. So yeah, McVision is gone. McVision definitely a huge lead there over Yuki. So McVision already having 6.4, 6.5 seconds. Now Dremet has passed. I was okay with that. Maybe not sure. But yeah, Dremet passed. And then this situation over here. This was crazy. I didn't even look back into the mirrors, but I heard, like, this is how it looked like for me. I heard some cars approaching, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in my lane, and whatever happens behind me. This is how it felt for me. I didn't even look into the mirrors. There was no need to. So yeah. There we are, actually, back in action. So this is going to get heated now, and again, I was on a fresher set of hard tires, but albeit with a little bit more fuel. Here, the McVison corner, I would say, as we had some touches in the Sunday Cup there and some contact. But yeah, now I am able to attack their Igiava, but Igiava also has the slipstream from Tranin, so I thought like, no, I might not be able to overtake him as long as he has the slipstream from Tranin. So I tried to stay as close at least to this group, and I was lucky that Igiava hit the wall. He broke some of the slipstream he had from Tranin, so I was able to actually try an overtake attempt here. And for me, my braking begins, so this is like how I sort of figured a breaking point for myself. It's not this sign over here, it's somewhere in between this sign and this palm tree over here. So the latest at this sign, the earliest at this palm tree. So anywhere between, it's sort of the sweet spot, at least for me, going into here. But you would need to be at Igiava's position. Then you will have quite the braking, and you can actually hug this inside wall a little bit better, and you just stay away from. It's really simple. Like, you stay away from this wall due to that maneuver. But here, actually, with Igiava being on the outside, and then here, this contact, I mean, it was unnecessary. So I was already through. So in this case, I'd say this goes on Igiava, as I went already through it. I mean, you can argue that I haven't braked, that I had like a steeper angle, like you know, like I wouldn't have made the corner properly, but I definitely wouldn't have hit the wall over there, because I would have braked down so much that Igiava would stay behind me. So his option would have been to brake and to sort of slot in behind me, but no, he actually turned in. So he turned in, made me think that I did the mistake, but actually, now that I'm seeing it, he made a mistake. So yeah, he took the position anyway, and now I had to fight back there again. Small bump there, I mean, definitely different braking style. You were ahead of his minor line before Apex, so it was your corner. Yeah. Mirror line, not minor, mirror line. Yeah, it definitely was my corner, but yeah. So yeah, I didn't know at the time. Like, I was watching it, so I thought like, maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to think about it too much, so I gave the position away just in case I get, I don't know, called out again for whatever reason. So yeah, so now, but him taking actually, and then he tried actually to sort of squeeze me here into, like, he took the, he went for the, like, this is comical now, like, I mean, not comical, but like, this is a little bit, I don't know what to say, but he went to the left side, he went left, and then he stayed in the middle, and then actually tried to get me to move to the right side. So, and this contact here as well, like, I don't know, like, I don't get it. Like, I gave him already the whole corner, and then he kept bumping into me. I gave him already the ideal line, so, like, what am I going to do here? Like, this is still, I don't know, like, and then he attacks me over here in this corner. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, lucky for him, he didn't spin or whatever. Yeah, and then I was ahead of him for some short period of time. So Igiava now with the slipstream. Is he going to attack? Is he not? Is he staying back? Maybe not. Maybe he is going to attack. Not sure, to be honest. But yeah, he's staying here. So yeah, this was actually my line. And I felt quite comfortable with it. I'm not sure if it's the fastest line though. I feel like also that the curbs and the inside parts of the track were slippery, so I also had to adjust to that as well. Because, again, I haven't practiced this track a lot, so I didn't know what to think of it. And I didn't want to sort of interpret too much to it. And then Igiava, again, with the next opportunity, I didn't want to squeeze him. I didn't want to defend, actually, like a madman, because we already lost some time towards Tranin. So yeah, I was like, okay, so he is at a different strategy. He will probably get 1 or 2 laps later into the pits, earlier into the pits, I mean, not later. But yeah, I think these small touches and pushes over here between us are okay. I mean, they shouldn't happen, but they are okay. And again, like here, I felt like as if he is squeezing me. Even though I gave him space, he had all that space to the right side, and he kept squeezing me there. Like, I'm not sure what to think of it again. Like, I'm not sure where this sort of behavior comes from. But yeah, I guess Igiava is not someone that is easy to overtake. So yeah, now again, I think Igiava will make some mistake here at some point where I suddenly gain a little bit more of a gap. And yeah, here I went to the ideal line when I saw that he is actually behind me. So yeah, now he will actually, I think he will try an overtake attempt here. No, maybe not, but he bumped into me there quite a lot. I mean, but it cost a lot of, it cost some time there to me and to him. More to him than to me. So, and this was, I think, finally the mistake he made, where I had some sort of a gap there. Okay, and I finally could look ahead there and go into the next few corners without looking too much to my back. So Yuki still 6.1 seconds ahead, behind McVision. So I was watching the timings, and I was like, okay, maybe Yuki is going to catch McVision with the soft tires, because I thought that the VSR team was going SHH. At some point I figured it out. I was like, when Igiava came into the pits, I know they were doing SHH, but oh yeah, Dremet was fighting as well there, but there was the possibility that they might do an SHS, which could have happened. Okay, and then Tranin overtook Dremet over here, but Dremet immediately in his slipstream couldn't quite use the slipstream, as he had to power up, I'd say. So yeah, Dremet now on the on the inside, while Tranin on the outside, and yeah, So this was a nice overtake by Dremet. So here. And this is how it should have been. This is how, in my opinion, Igiava could have done as well. Here. By braking a little bit more and adjusting to the car on the inside line. So yeah, I don't know. Again, not sure what to think of it. So yeah, Dremet now again in front of Tranen, and I was thinking to myself when I saw Dremet for some time being directly in front of me, I was like, okay, maybe that is my goal now for the race, to sort of catch up to him. And then again, I think Igiava picked up on his pace again and just forced me to look backwards again while Dremet was having fun with Tranen over here. Tranen applying some pressure, trying to force Dremet into a mistake, as Dremet probably has screeching hard tires already, like screaming hard tires actually. They were begging already for a pit stop. But yeah, Tranen now doing a similar thing that I did, going to the left in order to attack as late as possible. Now he is on the inside, and Dremet is not doing the same thing as Tranen did before, where he leaves. I mean, he did leave space to Tranen without touching him, no doubt about that. But he was not, what I was going to say is, he was not braking as much as Tranen before, a lap prior, or 2 laps prior, where Tranen actually completely gave up the corner and then just... Yeah, it was tricky for Tranen here to slow down enough so that he doesn't collide with Dremet. And now the move from Igiava here. So I was defending. I was braking a little bit earlier than I did before, and again I gave up the position to Igiava, even though Igiava steered into me here. So I gave up the position, and then I gave up the position. I was waiting for him to sort of pass me, and he did, but karma struck back, and I was again finally released, as Igiava messed up here quite badly. And yeah, shit happened. And then here again, a lot of time loss. So yeah, let's look now back to the battle between Dremet and Tranen, as this was definitely a good battle. Meanwhile, Yuki closing the gap there slightly towards McVision by 0.5 seconds, or maybe a little bit more, like 0.6 or 7 seconds, as McVision had 6.2 or 3 seconds at some point. So yeah. Oh, I thought like Dremet might come into the pits, but no, he was not. So yeah, I was safe there. Dremet now on the attack. And now let's see how it goes. Okay, now Tranen didn't back off as last time around, but Dremet did push Tranen, but stayed behind him. This is very fair from Dremet. He knows that he messed up there, the line of Tranen. So yeah, Tranen definitely would have been driving differently without that push. But yeah, Dremet, a gentleman that he is, let him drive in front there. But oh, Dremet had a way better exit than Tranen actually. Tranen with 63% in comparison to 55% of tires with Dremet, but Dremet was way lighter than Tranen. So I guess this is the up and under. For Dremet now, he is having the ideal line towards the next turn, And all he needs to do is now to stay in the slipstream of Tranen, which he will do. Maybe he launches a late attack, but no. Nope. He knows that he has to come in, I guess, because this is the in lap for Tranen. And now we are getting closer to the battle between myself and McVision. So I'm gonna switch now. Where is McVision? I'm gonna switch to McVision. McVision is pitting just now. And we look backwards as Tranen passes McVision. And now, this is crucial. This is crucial moment. I overtook. I think McVision didn't like this at all. So yeah. Sorry McVision, but that's how it goes. Now I'm helping my teammate. So this was the crucial moment. When I saw McVision coming out, I was like, I have to stay ahead of him in this corner. I couldn't mess up. I tried to brake. As the gap here closed even more. So yeah, I was actually on very bad hard tires, albeit with some less fuel as McVision, but yeah, this was the moment where I had to, so like I was like, okay, fuck, he's gone. So this is me and my help done. But actually he messed up over here and I could overtake him again. So yeah, he tried to squeeze me there a little bit, sneaky, but this was also very crucial. So yeah, like look at this. McVision is fighting for the win and he knows he messed up and actually lifted to let me pass. Okay, like big thumbs up for McVision here. Some drivers might not have done that. Some drivers would have said like, okay, he's not in the same race as I am. Like here, in this case, I am nowhere near of winning this race, but I am actually actively helping my teammates. So he knows that. He could have, you know, maybe tried to keep the position, but the risk is like he might get like a penalty because of it. Who knows? But in this case, McVision just simply gave the position back. He because yeah, he hit the wall over there on the left side, I think. Here, yeah, bumped into me, pushed me into the wall. I stayed ahead of him. I tried to give him the space he needed. So now he is again on the inside with the hard tires, with the fresher hard tires. So I delayed the overtake by going to the left side and stayed on the left side as my path towards turn 1 was now longer. So he can catch up a little bit, and he caught up actually a little bit to me. He was almost next to me, like on the same height, and we were going towards this corner. So I was again like, okay, I should not mess up here. I cannot touch him, but he also, by giving me some space, messed up here in this turn, which eventually cost him a little bit of time. I mean, not a little bit, but some time, definitely. And so yeah, I tried to be as much as a roadblock for him as I possibly could. Yeah, and I think now he is actually again focused back, and yeah, this is my mistake over here. Like, and I know, like, without this mistake, I might have been a little bit more in front of McVision and could have annoyed him a little bit longer. But this was actually, if you see where Igiava is, this was actually hurting my race. So my race against Igiava, I was going to be on the downside, but I took it as it was way more important that Yuki gets his opportunity to win the race. So yeah, I didn't want to squeeze him or push him. I didn't want to be unfair. Like I love the battles with him, but you know, there is also a limit to where I would go and what I would do. So yeah, now he was definitely gone, and this messed me up so much that I actually completely lost track of when I have to come into the pits. So yeah, I came in one lap earlier than I should have, and McVision was finally gone. So now the gap between McVision and Yuki is about 22 seconds, 23 seconds. So yeah, okay, let's watch that gap there, as Tranin might come into the pits as well. So I was like, wait, where is Yuki? Why didn't he pit? And I did take 52% of fuel. Lucky for me, otherwise I wouldn't have made it towards the end. So yeah. So this is it. Now it's up to Yuki what he does with his stint. I'm not sure where is McVision now. Like here, he is here. And Yuki is about to come into the pits. Here. He is coming now into the pits. And I think he will leave the pits just ever so slightly ahead of McVision. And this will be pure cinema. Where is McVision? There he is. Yuki, meanwhile, pitting. Looking backwards to see where is McVision? Where is McVision? Where is he? Where is he? Yuki is accelerating. Coming down to turn 1. And then here. Yeah, McVision actually is only 0.2 seconds ahead of Yuki. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay, so he backed off. This is good. This is good. But now we are here for the racing. So let's see. We also have to watch my battle against Igiava, especially when I wrote why. Like, why was he doing that thing that he kept doing in turn 1? So yeah, Yuki had some awesome pace, by the way. I mean, McVision had definitely the pace to win, especially to win the race. But now that Yuki is on a fresh set of soft tires, Yuki had to make it last and have to take the opportunity. Also lesser, same amount of fuel actually, obviously, but the better tires. And McVision already had 82% of hard tires. Yuki had 93 after lap 1. So now this battle is going to be epic until the point where McVision, I think McVision had a accident somewhere, and at some point I just saw that the gap between Yuki and McVision was like 3 seconds, and from that moment onwards I thought like, okay, now if Yuki messes up, it's on him. But this was crazy pace from the moat. Look at this, they're fighting, battling, and still pulling away from Tranin. And Tranin had no one to compete with. Except Remit, but Remit was also slightly behind, so yeah. I mean, not slightly, but like 4.5 seconds. So yeah, McVision, for him it was definitely difficult to attack a car on the soft tires. Yuki needed to run away as his soft tires might die towards the end of the race. McVissen's tires are getting only better towards the end. But yeah, this small bump over here didn't help at all. So McVissen lost there some 0.2 or 3 seconds. And then I'm not sure where McVissen all of a sudden had that gap there. Or maybe Yuki just pulled away, I'm not sure. But McVissen must have had an incident. Oh! I was gaining on him and I think he tried to push more and more, and I was making fast laps. Yeah. But this was actually the moment where McVissen definitely lost the race. So yeah, at this point, Yuki was gone, and now McVissen had to hope for a huge mistake by Yuki. And yeah, as Yuki said already, he was doing fast laps. So yeah. Now, Yuki was definitely gone. And it's my turn now. So yeah, I've attacked Igiava here. I went onto the outside. And then he just turns into me, like, what the fuck? Like, it's like it's the third or I'm not sure, like, how many times already, like 5th time that he's doing the same thing. I mean, he cannot do that. He can't do it. And then I touched him there. I sort of, I didn't know, like, was it my fault or not? But he definitely turned into me. Like, it's not that I turned into him. And it's the 5th time now. And I'm always yielding because I think it's my fault, but it's not. And now, here again, I bumped into him. Now I yield again. Here, I gave him the position back, so I didn't want to make it like a push the pass thing. And then from this moment onwards, he was gone. And I was actually concerned about the fuel that I had with me. And then here, actually, yeah, this was the moment. I think here I watched on the top right corner of the screen to see my fuel status, and I missed the braking completely, so yeah. That curb is part of track limits. Which curb? I think we asked Tranen about track limits, and he said there is none. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. In turn 1, track limits. I don't think so. Tranen must, like, where is it? Can you please point it out? Like, I am not sure. Then I've definitely missed it, if that is the case. There is no track limits. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, in my opinion, yeah, I from what I could understand is that there is no track limits prior, because we asked a couple of times, like, is there track limits, and Tranen said definitely no. So yeah, either it changed in the last second, or which I won't believe. But yeah, I meant that I was in front and I was leaving you space. Well, I was still next to you, so there is no you were in front, I guess. But yeah, you didn't leave me space because you bumped into me. Ah, damn. You didn't leave me a lot of space there, to be honest. In my opinion, I had no space. Um, but yeah, it's in my books. It's like the 5th time you bumped into me there. I gave you the position back, but yeah, I probably shouldn't have. Maybe in the first incident where I slightly outbraked myself, that's where I definitely messed up, but or maybe not actually. You bumped into the right rear tire of me. So yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, this I was like very concerned about the fuel that I have. So yeah. I watched my fuel. I tried to lift and coast a little bit there. But yeah, it was definitely chaotic for me towards the end. I didn't know if I'm going to make it or not, but yeah, I eventually made it and run out of fuel towards the end, like a few meters before the start finish line. So yeah, at this point I was not able to catch Igiava anymore. I made a couple of mistakes by myself there. I lifted too early, I braked too much here as well, for instance. And I think my tires were already dying in comparison to the hard tires, like 42% against 55. And it's getting worse and worse. And now my fuel starts to run out there. So I guess at this point I was consuming more fuel, more than 6%, as I run out there towards the end of the line. So yeah, let's watch the race winners, or the top 3 guys, which are Yuki, McVision, and Tran. And congratulations. Where is Yuki? Yuki is like celebrating already on the start-finish line. Here. Nice job. Yuki celebrating. Good job, man. Good job, good job, good job. Congrats. Now followed by McVision, who we have here. So yeah, McVision P2. Heartbreaking moment for him. And congrats to Tranin coming back from way back when we fought in lap 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Coming back to P3 to snatch a podium finish. And then we have Dramet in P4, yeah. P5, Igiava, and 6. And also last place, myself here. I actually run out of fuel here. So yeah, like, where did I run out of fuel? Let me see. Wait, what's this? This is Yuki? Where is me? There is me. No, wait. Come on. Oh, this is me. So I run out of fuel. Yeah, so I run out of fuel here somewhere. This is the moment I run out of fuel, like quite a long stretch now to go. But yeah. I think this is it. Beautiful race. It's a shame that we didn't have more people here. But I guess that's the price you have to pay for having Nordschleife Zip a day prior to it. And also the MX5 Cup. Congrats to Tranin. Thank you for organizing. Thank you for creating this beautiful championship. Even though we had only 6 cars, it was eventful. Thanks, McVision, for creating a beautiful track for us to enjoy. And yeah, I guess the next race, let me see the calendar, will be at the it will be the Indy 500. It's the 3rd running of the TSU Indy 500, which is going to be on May 23rd or 23rd of May. So yeah, looking forward to it. It will be definitely a huge event, same way as the Nordschleife Zip and Las Paras, as I associate the Indy 500 with some endurance race. So I'm expecting, like, I'm not sure, it doesn't say how many laps, but I guess maybe 100. Who knows? Let's be there when it happens, and let's get onto the grid there for that race. Looking forward to it already. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked it, even though we didn't have as many people on the grid. But I guess it is sometimes that way. So take care, have a good evening, and see you around. Have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.